Good morning, everyone. My persuasive speech is about my son's car that we went and purchased a couple weeks ago. I found a car on Facebook and was heading out to Joplin just to take a look at it to see how much the guy wanted and what make and year of the model of the vehicle. And when we were out in Joplin area, we looked when we got to the Joplin area, we looked for the place and found the place that the guy was selling his 90 2001 Honda Accord. And we kind of talked to the guy about the vehicle, and he wanted a little bit too much for it. We asked if he can bring down the price of the vehicle. Um, the vehicle price was at $2,900, and I asked him to see if he can knock it down to $2,000 or something. He refused to, and we didn't purchase the vehicle because of the fact that the motor started to have oil leak. So my son decided to ask me, could we go to the dealership? And I gave him a look, like, really? And he said, yes, I want to go to the dealership and look at the car. Well, since we were on 25th Street, Nissan dealership was just on 32nd Street. So I decided to call the dealership to see what time they close. And the salesman was still there. He told me if I could be there in 10 minutes, they'll stay open for 10 minutes until we get there. When we got there, the salesman came outside and started talking to us. And we were just looking. I wasn't planning to buy a vehicle for my son, but he needed a car for work and school. And the salesman asked what preference does he like. I mean, they have numerous Nissan, a truck, SUV, from a Maxima to an Altima to a Sentra. So there was numerous of things. And my son, he said he likes the Altima. So when we kind of looked around, we found a 2018 Nissan Altima, the Midnight Special Edition. My son just fell in love with that car. And the salesman ran inside and grabbed the keys and came back out, and he said, why don't you guys just take the car home tonight and test drive to see if you guys like it? Well, he went and got all the paperwork ready just for us to take it home. And I looked at the salesman and I said, don't spoil my kid, because he has never been this spoiled before. Taking something that is not purchased, he's being spoiled. But my son was very enthusiastic about it. So I went and grabbed my insurance paper out of my SUV, and we signed the consent form that I have the full coverage of my vehicle. If anything damage to their vehicle, my insurance will pay for it. So that night my son came home with a test drive on that new vehicle, and he just absolutely fell in love with it. The salesman even told us, take it home, test drive it. If we don't like it, bring it back and we will look for a different one. But my son fell in love with that car. And what happened the next day? The next day, where we took the car back, and the salesman was waiting for us, and he said, "So what do you guys think about the car?" And I just said, pointing at my son, "Ask him." And my son was like, "Mom, can we please get the car? Please, Mom, please." And I said, "Go ahead, we'll get the car." So this is my story about persuade um, of someone talking my son into and purchasing a new vehicle. The pros and cons was, the pros, he got the car. The cons was, the car was expensive, but we got it for a really good, decent price. And since I was a continued customer, we got a lot of discount on that car. And he just absolutely loves it. So this is my story on my persuasive um, about the car that my son got. And I hope you enjoy listening to my story. Thank you.